Rainbow Six Siege's debut in December of 2015 was met with critical acclaim from the gaming community it's set to serve. IGN described it as a cerebral shooter, encouraging like-minded players to embrace Siege's team-centric mechanics for the best possible experience. According to Screen Rant, the game's release marked the beginning of an exciting journey. It offered highly satisfying gunplay and introduced groundbreaking concepts that brought a unique blend of elements to the table. Siege delivered a pulse-pounding experience with single-life rounds reminiscent of Counter-Strike, while also venturing into the emerging hero shooter genre with character-specific abilities akin to Overwatch. However, despite its potential, Siege faced early criticisms due to its limited content and the overwhelming nature of the single-player and co-op modes. Nonetheless, the game's unique attacker-defender dynamic, rapid time to kill and destructible environments, and the need for impeccable team communication and cooperation made it a standout as one of the most captivating multiplayer shooters on the market. Furthermore, Screen Rant also discussed data from the Steam charts. Siege's first year was marked with significant challenges. It grappled with numerous bugs, with server problems and being the most glaring issue. Long matchmaking times and mid-match disconnections were not uncommon, testing the resolve of even the most dedicated operators. This trend will continue into the gaming industry today. Like, don't even get me fucking started on Modern Warfare 3. At €80 for a game which started out as a DLC package and is labelled as a brand new game, and millions of other players and are the little rats that they are. Like, why are we funding this tomfoolery? And don't get me wrong, like, I'm a rat too. Like, I just paid 80 quid for this game. Like, and we keep doing it. Like, and then Activision are gonna stop. Oopsie whoopsie, sorry about that. Got a little bit carried away. So let's move on to Operation Black Ice. Fast forward to February 2nd, 2016, and Rainbow Six Siege's first season, Operation Black Ice, was released upon the community. This was a pivotal moment and introduced a brand new Canadian map, a frozen yacht drifting through the icy water of Canadian's north. Alongside the stunning new location, Operation Black Ice brought forth two new Canadian operators, Frost and Buck, each with their own unique abilities, and left a long-lasting impact on the game's early dynamics. At the outset, Buck was envisioned as an entry fragger, equipped with the ability to swiftly switch between a skeleton key shotgun and C8 assault rifle. However, as Siege evolved, the developers observed the Pro League players' strategic use of the shotgun and decided to transform him into an alternative to Sledge. Given the shotgun's enhanced soft destruction capabilities, this decision was driven by the weapon's popularity in the pro scene. Meanwhile, Frost, a fellow Canadian operator, made her entrance as a trap specialist, allowing players to deploy her bear mats that would incapacitate opponents into the down but not out state. A mechanic would later see a rework. However, her true claim to fame in those early days was her remarkable Super 90 shotgun, known for its exceptional damage and range, quickly capturing the attention of the players. This unleashed a dynamic where players had to strategize around her firepower. This was just the beginning of Siege's journey, and Operation Black Ice set the stage for what more evolution was to come. As the game's metas rapidly evolved, the developers had to adapt and change their dynamics and address gameplay issues. Speaking of rapidly evolving metas, we must discuss the cyberbullied operator Nerfbeard, who became subject to much debate in Rainbow Six Siege's community.
Headshots. Let's put a steel wall in front of this guy's head.
It's going to take one headshot for Blackbeard to kill them, but it's going to take 4 headshots for the opponent to kill you.
The only utility that you bring is being a dick to the defenders.
He is an absolute nightmare to fight against.
Located a bomb.
Lock this, I think?
We're last operator standing.
I told you! Over for them!
I just shotgunned this guy in the face. This game is so shit!
On one hand, he's like a shield operator.
Operation Dustline, released on May 10th, 2016, which introduced Blackbeard and Valkyrie, two operators who would significantly impact the game's dynamics. Blackbeard, a member of the Navy SEAL, came wheeling with an AR and a DMR, but his unique ability was a face shield with an astonishing 800 HP. That raised eyebrows, and it became quickly apparent that Ubisoft had some lessons to learn about operator balancing if they were to fulfill an ambitious 10-year plan for Siege going forward.
And now he's been nerfed so many times, he's commonly referred to as Nerfbeard, because his shield was nerfed down to 60 hit points, his bullet damage was nerfed, and his aim down sight time was nerfed, which is basically cyberbullying by Ubisoft.
However, the controversy surrounding Blackbeard was far from one-sided, with the community divided between lower and higher ranked players.
The only utility that you bring is being a dick to the defenders.
He is an absolute nightmare to fight against.
located a bomb.
Locked for a second.
We're last operator standing.
I told you! Over for
On
them!
the other side of the operator spectrum we had Valkyrie. Though powerful in her own right, she was found overshadowed by her bearded companion. Players could choose between an overpowered shotgun, the SPAS-12, and the MPX SMG, Be Sure. Her unique gadget allowed her to deploy 4 cameras anywhere on the map, giving rise to an aggressive run-out meta. Defenders were clever and could conceal these cameras in strategic outside of the map spots, and then aggressively challenge attackers as they approached the map's entrances. This innovative approach initially emerged as a competitive sin, and later gained traction among the broader player base as they analysed the best camera placements. Unless you had an IQ, instances existed where these cameras could be remained hidden throughout the map, provided that the players played their cards right. During Operation Dustline, Rainbow Six Siege faced challenges in the esports scene during its first LAN event in May 2016. Hosted by Ubisoft and the ESL in Cologne, Germany, the event aimed to propel Siege into competitive gaming spotlight. Despite its small scale, with 4 teams and a potential $50,000 prize pool, it was a crucial opportunity to showcase Siege's potential as an esport. However, disaster struck, and in the first round of Pentasports vs VWS game, the match underwent a significant bug, affecting the operator's sledge, rendering his sledgehammer ineffective at breaking windows. This issue disrupted the event's momentum, leading to a pause as Ubisoft tried to find a solution when contacting their development team in Montreal. The delay extended for hours, causing frustration among the audience, with some even falling asleep during the break. When the event finally resumed, a makeshift agreement would allow the teams to use Sledge, but there was a catch. He couldn't utilise his hammer. Despite this resolution, the damage was already done and interest was waned. With this setback following the game's troubled launch 6 months earlier, the future for Siege esports seemed uncertain. Alexander Remy, who was the creative director of the game at the time, stated, "At this moment, it felt like a tragedy. Because that first action, that first game, our first final ever, and a bug happened. So yeah, we had to find a workaround for that. It wasn't much of a good start." Hey, before we continue on to Operation Skull Rain, I just want to say thanks for watching so far, and please consider giving this video a like and subscribe for more. Now, let's get into Operation Skull Rain. On the 2nd of August 2016, Operation Skull Rain was launched, marking an important season for Rainbow Six Siege. This season brought forth 4 significant updates as part of Ubisoft's ongoing efforts to balance and enhance the overall game experience. One notable addition during the season was the introduction of the first mid-season reinforcement, a crucial step in addressing the expanding roster of operators and providing players with more strategic choices. Within Operation Skull Rain, players were introduced to a new map based in Brazil called Favela, and 2 new operators, Capitão and Caveira. Capitão, armed with a crossbow featuring 2 distinct arrow types, added a dynamic element to the gameplay. One arrow unleashed a fire to force defenders out of hiding spots, while the other a smoke arrow used for blocking lines of sight and to set up strategic close pan setups. Amid these innovations, Ubisoft faced challenges in balancing Blackbeard, drawing community scrutiny due to the nature of his design. Blackbeard underwent significant changes, going from having 1 shield with 800 HP to 2 shields with 150 HP each during the mid-season reinforcement. Professional players voiced their concerns, highlighting the game's high TTK and the game's one-shot headshot mechanic. Smart players could exploit these mechanics by positioning themselves into cover while protecting their bodies and using the face shield to its full advantage.
Shoots you and you die.
The only reason you pick him is to get kills for yourself. You don't contribute to the Siege gameplay whatsoever. You don't breach anything. You don't use any utility to counter any other utility.
If all you're exposing is your head, well, that's protected by the shield, and then the wall is protecting the rest of your body, so you basically become immortal.
In addition to operators being added to the game, balance adjustments were also made. Operation Skull Rain marked the introduction of a new secondary gadget. Attackers received a claymore, aimed to enhance the flexibility and counter an aggressive meta involving players flanking outside of the map. Defenders, on the other hand, gained access to an impact grenade, primarily used for site setup. This season represented a significant step forward in shaping the evolving landscape of Rainbow Six Siege. Operation Red Crow marked another milestone for Rainbow Six Siege, solidifying its success from the late launch of the previous year. Ubisoft not only effectively attracted and retained its audience through a well-thought-out post-launch content strategy, but also experienced consistent growth, boasting over 10 million players a year after its debut in the game it's in. This season released on November 17, 2016 and introduced 2 new Japanese operators, Echo and Havana, along with 2 exciting maps, a revamped Bartley University, previously exclusive to the Situations game mode, and Skyscraper. Now let's touch on a controversial change in the game. the worst decision of a laundry list of bad decisions made by Ubisoft, the removal of the SMG11's ACOG on smoke, and the limitation of Mr. Crew to just one barbed wire. Of course I jested. However, the real change was Smoke losing his ACOG, marking Ubisoft's initial attempts to consider defensive attachments in operator balancing. Despite initial community discontent, over time it proved to be a decision in the right direction in terms of gameplay. Moving on to the 6th Invitational, a recurring event of Siege every year, the 6th Invitational with its $200,000 prize pool showcased 12 teams from around the world on 3rd of February to the 5th of February of 2017. Around the same time, Ubisoft affirmed their long-term commitment to the game, unveiling Operation Velvet Shell and outlining plans for 10 years with the game. With aspirations to reach 100 operators, please stay tuned for the next episode in the series as we delve into the game's 2nd year of release. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving this a like and subscribe for more content like this. Don't forget, work hard, study well, and eat and sleep plenty. Catch you all soon. Yoink out.